Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're gonna be looking at X-Force version of Wolverine by Medicom toy MAFEX. Now this is obviously an X-Force version of Wolverine from comics with this black and gray suit and with red eyes. I have to say that I'm someone who is a huge fan of Wolverine, but I'm also someone who missed out on first two releases that MAFEX made. And those were the tiger stripe yellow suit and the brown suit. And both of them great figures. Even though this is not my favorite type of Wolverine suit, I had to get this one because, as I said, I missed the previous two, and it's still a quite similar body, not the same, but a similar type of body. And because I'm in love with what MAFEX does with their figures, I knew that I'll be getting a great figure here, and I expected a lot out of his articulation and posability. And that's actually what I got, because I already made a posing video for this figure and I really enjoyed it. This figure is a ton of fun for posing, and you can check out that video. That will be the next episode right after this one. But for now, let's take a closer look at our X-Force Wolverine here. Here we have him up close so that we can take a look at his face, his head a little bit better. You can see that his ears are a lot shorter than on previous two releases, and some people like that. There are these sculpted lines on the top of his head, the wrinkles around his eyes. Everything is sculpted really good, and it's a fairly simple design, but I feel like MAFEX did a great job here. His chest is not as exposed as on previous releases. Here we have a chest that is a bit more flatter. You don't see muscles. You see much more of these wrinkles of the suit on this release. There is not much paint. We have the black part and the gray part. The belt is done nicely with an X here and red underneath. These pouches, and the belt is glued here to the back of the figure. Black shoulder pieces. Hair details that are painted, and there is a little bit of shading on the arm, some nice sculpted details here as well, wrinkles sculpted here from the suit, and down at the boots a lot of nice sculpted details, and the buckles that are painted silver, and on the back nice sculpt as well. It's a little bit glossy finish at his boots, and at the bottom of his feet you can see that we also have some sculpted lines. So even though it's a fairly simple design for Wolverine, it's still a great sculpt that Medicom toy MAFEX did for this figure. Now let's take a look at his accessories. As all Medicom toy MAFEX figures, this Wolverine comes with this certificate that confirms that this is a genuine product, it's not a bootleg. And also, like all MAFEX figures, he does come with a stand that is packed in this little bag, and it does require some assembly. And I do love these MAFEX stands because those are the ones that I'm using in practically all my posing videos that you can see on my channel. It's a sturdy stand, and you can use a screwdriver and you can tighten it up so that these joints are even, sturdier. It depends on your preference. But yeah, I always love when companies like MAFEX give us these stands with each of their figures. And then we get two alternate head sculpts. We get this one with his grinning teeth with an angrier face expression. I don't know, I don't have many gripes here. They've done a great job. The eyes are red, the teeth are sculpted really nicely. There's not much more to say, MAFEX does such a great job on their sculpts. And then we get the other alternate head, and it's his yelling head, because you need that for your Wolverine. He has to be angry. On this one there is a little bit of misprint in the paint. You can see it here on his nose part of the mask, that the black paint went a little bit overboard, and this gray part is not straight as it should be. But I don't know, it doesn't bother me that much. I notice it when I look it, up close, but as it is, it's good. I don't know. On the other hand, we pay a lot for these figures, so there shouldn't be these types of misprints, but yeah, it is what it is. I still love it. The expression is great. And you can see on the inside that the mouth is a separate piece that was glued. And yeah, it's a great head sculpt. And I mean, you have 3 types of face expressions, so that's great. And then we get 2 pairs of hands. We obviously have fisted hands that are already on the figure. Then we have these more relaxed hands. And then we get a pair of fisted hands with his claws. And these are long claws. They are not as long as they were, I think, on the first release, the yellow suit. And these are not straight. You can see that they are curved. And the silver color on them is beautiful. They do really look like metal. You can see that the claws were a separate piece that was attached to the hands. There is a little bit of that silver part that can be seen on the inside, and then they tried to cover it with black paint in between these claws, but it's still visible, but that doesn't bother me that much. I mean, it looks really, really good. This is probably the most important, not probably, it is the most important accessory for Wolverine, right? Yeah, I really love the way that these hands turned out. So now let's take a look at his articulation. His head is on a ball joint, so it really gives you a great range of movement, the head and the neck together, so he looks down this much and back this much. This is beautiful. And then of course you get a lot of, I mean, look at this, side to side, a lot of range, and the head can rotate 360, no problem at all. We have a beautiful butterfly joint that has a great range. I mean, look at this. He can cross his arms all the way across his body from left to right, and look how far out this butterfly joint goes. It's amazing. I love this range that they gave us with this Wolverine. Look at this. Look at this. This is beautiful. His arms go up this much. It's more than a T-pose, and the arm rotates 360. We have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow that gives us this much, and then a standard peg that comes with MAFEX figures that goes in any direction that you want, depending on how you turn that ball peg. There is a cut in the torso, so it gives us great side-to-side movement. Forward this much, back this much, and then there is a cut down in the torso, so that gives us also side-to-side movement. We have a drop down at the hips, a thigh swivel, the leg goes forward this much, back this much, double jointed knee, no boot cut, the feet rotate and they go forward this much, back this much. We have a toe joint and a great ankle pivot, and no peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Let's now compare our X-Force Wolverine with some other figures. Here we have him with MAFEX Storm and with MAFEX Spider-Man classic costume version. Here he is with Marvel Legends House of X Wolverine and Marvel Legends movie Logan Wolverine. And you can see the scale difference here. The House of X Wolverine is much shorter than the one from the movie. That is a little bit too big, and this MAFEX one is right there in the middle. Probably Marvel Legends height is the most accurate one because, you know, Logan is a short guy, but still, I mean, look at the bulk of the shoulders on this MAFEX figure. I love the way that this Wolverine turned out. And then we can compare him as well with his buddy, Marvel Legends movie Deadpool. Here he is with McFarlane Toys movie Superman and Battle Damage Batman. And obviously these are 7-inch scale figures. Here he is with Star Wars The Black Series Imperial Stormtrooper and Star Wars The Black Series Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. And finally, here he is with Bandai model kit, Darth Vader with custom soft goods, and the SH Figure Arts Jedi Luke Skywalker. So all in all, MAFEX did it again. Another great release, beautiful figure, a great X-Force version of Wolverine, and if I can say one gripe, that would be that I would expect maybe more accessories in this set, maybe some effects or maybe even more hands, because the box kind of feels light for the price. But that being said, I'm still satisfied that I was able to get this version of Wolverine. Would I still prefer the yellow tiger stripe version? Yes, I would, but I'm biased because I'm someone who grew up on 90s cartoon X-Men, and I will still be on the lookout for that version, or hope that maybe down the line MAFEX will re-release that figure. But for now, I'm satisfied because I get to experience the articulation of MAFEX Wolverine, and I get to make a posing video for this guy. So yeah, I'm really satisfied with this purchase. Stay tuned for a posing video for this Wolverine. That will be the next episode. I had a lot of fun recording that, so be on the lookout for the next episode. Now it's up to you guys. Let me know, do you like what MAFEX did with this release? Do you have it? Do you plan on getting it? Do you have any of previous releases that MAFEX did? And what do you think? What's your favorite version? Let me know down in the comments. But that's all I wanted to say for this video. Thank you all for watching, thank you for being here with me, and I'll see ya in the next video.